Okay, very good. So higher self, now that I have you here, and thank you for stepping forward and allowing this session to take place by connecting with her in a more direct way. Okay, her next question is, what will happen next after the virus? Is so will there be a phase 2 of the pandemic?
The man-made virus.
Yes.
So the illusion is real. It is set forth through fear. The fear has created this energy, and the energy is growing. So because of this growth in this energy of fear, it needs to release, and it has not released yet. So yes, there will be a second coming, because this collective energy of fear that was created massively throughout the world, this fear needs release. So there will be a release of this fear if it does not continue to grow even more.
Okay. What can humanity do in order to prevent or prepare for
sovereignty, becoming sovereign beings, not feeding into fear. The fear is growing, continuously growing and growing and growing. It's encapsulating everything. You need to bring back, take back your sovereignty. Bring back that love. This fear is going to cause chaos. Yes, so love overcomes everything. It is set. It has been decided to implement this mask law, and our beings reject it. Beings of light reject it because we internally reject this. We also are creating energy that is not of the highest vibration. Accepting it lowers our energy as well.
Celestial.
It's not easy.
What could you advise Anna? What can she do? She wants to help humanity. What part is she playing in this?
There is many beautiful things happening. The awakening of humanity. People are more accepting of spirituality. People are more open and connecting with the earth, with all aspects, with all energy. So there are two energies coming in. The energy of the awakening, where there's more acceptance of the light. People who normally would not resonate with it are resonating with it. The more the darkness is being shown, so the light is coming in, and the darkness is being shown, cast, but it is also fighting, and it's confusing. It is confusing the light. So back to the mask. If you accept it, you feel like your light is being diminished because all that is within you wants to fight it, wants to eliminate it, eradicate it, wants it gone. But then you're not fighting with love. You're fighting because you don't want to be shut. You are so proud of this light coming in. You just want it to continuously shine, shine, shine. And now you're being closed again with this mask. It feels as if an aspect of you is being shut, is being closed. You've worked so hard in bringing in this light. Now the dark is closing you back. So it's that fight that you have. It's very symbolic. The mask is the symbol of shutting you, closing that energy. And because we transmit a lot of our energy through our breath, through our sound, through our energy. So with that mask, that is putting a block for your energy to be transmitted.
Yes.
So, but then with the fight that we do to allow ourselves to shine, we've been in the dark for so long, and finally this light is in. We are brought back with the blockage of our mouths, of our energy, because that's how we express, through the sound of our vibration. Why do you think it has come out light language? People bringing in their energy through sound, connecting. Why has it come forth throughout these years? Not very long. We had no knowledge of this because the energy of the dark to bind us with this mask was coming forth. So in essence, it's very difficult, but it will be taken out. It will be transmuted, and our energy through sound will be heard again once more. Everything that seems dark is only but a glimpse of time. It seems very right now it seems very hard because you're going through it, but it will be removed. The mask will not stay for long. The light is coming and is shining, and the voices of God will be heard. The voices of Source will be heard. The voices of the universe will be heard. The voices of your divine will be heard. Love will transcend and will be heard.
Amen. Celestial, would you recommend the part of this message here be shared?
Yes.
I was wondering, since now, based on what you mentioned, um, and I know that Anna can channel, would would you recommend that she does a beautiful meditation or a message where she can channel you or whoever is appropriate to come through and do a video for her channel uh, in regards to how humanity can just be in a state of, being compassionate with each other and feeling that love and light wherever they are, to not feed on the fear that is already existing, that for us to really be concentrating on this, because this is what is really going to help move forward into, being of the light and helping humanity, helping the planet. Uh, would you think that would be something that she could do to help? Is that something that you think it will be a good idea for her to do, since she wants to help with this?
Yes, if she wishes to,
Okay.
she can, and we will assist. And you are also doing the work. This is something you are doing as well.
So you're saying for me to do a video myself?
If you choose to, yes.
Okay. So thank you so much for that. So just really concentrating and bringing in more of the light. Is there anything that we can do to prepare though? If it indeed is going and it's going to happen, what can people do at their homes or do to best prepare to go through this second pandemic?
Have no fear.
Okay.
Do not resonate with fear. Hold love within you. No matter what is going on, but it is in a moment, time. Know that your existence is not just of this plane, but your existence is eternal. So no fear, no fear. The fear is what holds you down. Release that fear. Hold and resonate with the love within you, the love that is all around you, and the love that is you.
Okay. What is might be creating a second pandemic phase?
It was so weird because they were showing me
But it needed to be released, right?
how that fear that was created, with the not understanding what was happening, of like just like people like being scared because scarcity, and just that fear, it showed me like a cloud type of thing where like it encompassated like the whole entire planet, because and then it created that fear, like was created like an energy, like a living energy that needed to be transmuted. But in order for it to be transmuted, it would have an effect. So it's kind of like when the balloon gets like filled, and then it pops. So like that fear, like it's gotten so big that it's going to pop.
Right,
Like,
but it does help, even though might be very likely to happen. In order for us to move forward, heal, we really need to stand in our power. And by
yeah,
guiding people into doing that, instead of making things even
yes,
worse,
worse,
we're moving
yes,
towards the right, the right vibration, the right way of doing things. But it's not just about the pandemic. It's not about just putting the face. We're removing the safety, people being able to make a living. Kids going and socializing,
yeah,
going to school, doing so many things. It's not just about the pandemic. People are afraid because it's how am I going to survive? What's going to happen? It's not just the fear, I guess, of just the pandemic. But anyway, that's another.
yeah,
We'll talk at
yeah.
another time. Blessings. Love you. Have fun.
Thank you,
Okay,
thank you.
amor. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Very good. She wants to know if Donald Trump will win this election.
Yes, he will.
Thank you. That's good to know. Her next question is anything to assist humanity. She wanted to know, can you tell her more about the children that are being saved? And is there something that she can also do to assist? Is there a message for humanity or so? What's taking place with the children nowadays? Can you bring a little bit more light to also for those that haven't really heard much about it? Is that something that should be even mentioned or um, bringing more
We,
awareness or I don't know.
yes, we are bringing more of the awareness to her of what is going on. But this is something from the start of creation in this planet. So it goes way back. It's not just now.
Mm-hmm.
It's an energy at its purest that is being collected. And it's something more complicated than the awareness is known. It is a continual energy that that progresses through time, through civilizations, through generations, through rituals. It's something that has occurred for many millenniums. It is brought to light and stopped and brought to light and stopped and brought to light and stopped. It's a ripple of time. It is just continual because all times merge within one. It is an energy that is ongoing. It has been it is being healed through different timelines. It's being worked through different timelines. See, all timelines lay in one linear time, but in different, how do I explain this? It's all one time, but in different times.
Okay.
So all times are one, but your energy fractalizes in different times. No. It's hard to explain.
Okay.
I am trying to gather the information, but it is hard to explain
How it's taking
how
place.
it works. Yes,
Okay.
how it
Okay.
takes place, because it's very complicated.
Okay. But
It's not three-dimensional.
okay.
So
okay.
it's very complicated to explain in words how it happens, how it works.
How it came to be, how it started.
Yes, but this has been happening from the time, from the time of creation and even in the future. So our future time here, this present time, it stops and it goes, it stops and it goes, because that energy is so precious. That energy.
But would this energy be able to still exist even if, as Gaia goes into the fifth dimension? As humanity steps forward, would this still be happening in the future? Or maybe once we all step into the fifth dimension?
So there are different timelines and different dimensions.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So in certain dimensions, it no longer exists, but that dimension is not within this timeline. So it's this timeline that connects with creation, that is in a different dimension and a different frequency that is ongoing. So there's different levels of creation and different timelines of creation. So within this timeline and this dimension, it is happening. And even in the future, it is still happening. It's still continual.
But for Anna, is there a specific role, or for light workers, things that, or humanity?
Bringing in the knowledge, bringing in the awareness.
Bringing in the awareness?
Yes, the more people are aware, the more healing can be done and assisted. And the thing is that this timeline has to heal in order for it not to have a ripple effect with the other dimensions and the other timelines, because it's all a ripple effect because of energy. Energy is continual. So if this time it is not healed, it can have effect within the other dimensions, the other timelines. It can have those energies.
Okay. Yeah, it's not going to be an easy thing to remove, but okay, so our work is to bring awareness.
Yes, and healing, awareness and healing.
And sending healing energy through meditation.
Yes.
And just, okay.
Yes.
Thank you for that. She wants to know, will I be working with more beings of light?
Always.
Okay, so is there any specific one that you would like to mention that will be forthcoming to work with her, or that she can call upon them, or to ask for assistance in her work?
They're here to assist her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Are there some that you would like her to be aware of that are working?
There are some that have different tasks with her. They come in with different knowledge for her at the time that she needs it. It's not just one specific. There are many. So it really depends on the need that she has at the moment. Then that being will come forth and assist her. Sometimes they may let her know who they are if it is important for her to know.
Mm-hmm.
If not, they won't even bring to her awareness. She will just feel like she is just connecting to just herself, her guidance.
Yes.
But when it is needed for her to know a specific being of light, then she will know and it will be a word to her.
Okay, that's good. Can you tell me more about the Christ consciousness symbol that they place on me? How is this symbol assisting Anna? How does it work?
The symbol was placed onto her as for guidance for her. So this is just something that was shown to her, not necessarily because she needs to use this symbol, but it was shown to her because here she connects to things with symbols.
Okay.
So it is our way to bring that awareness to her, that this is the energy that she will be connecting to. And it's kind of, in a way, showing her that she will be connecting to that energy. So the symbol itself was just awareness to her to bring forth that energy. So it mainly is just for her awareness that this is the energy that she will be connecting to.
Is this the energy that she uses when she's doing the healing?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So it's just a symbol, but it is her process, her trust, her connection.
Correct.
That is what is making it work. But she will be
Yes.
working more with this energy. More.
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah. So it's a universal healing.
Okay.
Christ consciousness is a universal healing.
Okay.
It is it is beyond this planet. It is the Christ. So it is a very powerful. Yes, so a very connecting, not so more powerful, but connecting of energies And this energy flows throughout all creation. So it is the energy that she will be working with. The symbol that was given to her is just for to bring awareness to her. Now, to your question, the more she uses it, the more power she is given to it. So since she is a creator, she can create and give power to that symbol if she chooses to. But it was meant for her to bring awareness to her that she has the capability of harnessing that energy through her, bringing forth that flow and assisting, because she wanted to assist people, humans, humanity, beings. She wanted to bring forth an energy that can assist. So we have shown this to her, that she can connect with this. And she doubted, I guess, that she was able to. So we reminded her with that symbol that she is able to. So it was just her process of connecting the dots, sort of say. But that symbol she can use and bring forth power to that energy, because it is a love energy that she is bringing. It's Christ energy that she is bringing forth. So yes, she can manifest and create that energy that can hold power. Like anything we create, we can bring forth power to it.
Okay, thank you. Her next question. When I predict things for my cousin, why is it always the opposite of what I say? It's never been like that, so it makes me worry that with other people it will end up being the same. Should I keep quiet when I receive information about others? So I guess she's being able to predict things in the future for other people, but lately with her cousin, everything that she is predicting, it turns out to be the opposite. So can you bring more light into why that's taking place?
There are two things taking place. One is the frequency in which her cousin is in. And two, it is a learning process for her that she needs to understand that not everything is going to be accurate, because time is always shifting. Time is always creating. Time is always existing. So, although that timeline for that person that she is tapping into, that person was not supposed to go through that event, but that person is also a creator. And that person has manifested that event for themselves. So it is for her to know that not everything is set in stone, and it is okay. She needed to learn that her cousin manifested that for herself, even though it was not in her timeline to receive that.
Wow, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, she's very, very detailed as to the information that comes forward, because she does not want to do a disservice to others by providing information that isn't accurate.
Yes.
So she's very, very, how can I say, cautious. I said, why am I so cautious about things like that?
Yes. It is difficult to predict the future because the future is inconsistent.
Right.
We create and manifest our time. We create and manifest what we want to go through, and we shift our time. So for her to predict the future, it is It is not impossible, but she needs to know that it is ever changing. So timeline shifts, timeline changes, dimensions shifts, dimensions change. So it is inconsistent because our frequencies are inconsistent. Everything is inconsistent.
Mm-hmm.
So she needs to know that it is okay if things did not turn out the way that she predicted it to be.
Mm-hmm.
And not be hard on herself. It does not mean that she cannot connect. It does not mean that she cannot bring forth realities that will happen because it aligns with that person. So if that person, let's say, they have a question and that they want to buy a car, and they manifest that car, she predicts, yes, you will have a car, that will happen. But if she predicts that they will have a car and yet they don't see themselves getting that car, even though it is in their timeline to receive that car, but if they don't manifest it themselves, it will not happen.
Okay.
So it all has to align perfectly. But things of that has already transpired, it is a lot easier to connect with than things that are to happen.
Okay. So
Unless it's concrete, unless it's in their timeline, because there are timelines that that person will go through that no matter what.
Okay. Okay. So she could also say, you know, it all depends on, you know, timeline. Things can change. The future's not set in stone. So whenever she says
Perfect.
things like that, it's just as what I can see now, it is a big possibility that these things will take place. But
Yes.
things could also change and
And
shift.
and this is very important also for many psychics, for many people that have the ability to see in the future. Many of them run into this situation and they get discouraged, or they feel, what is happening? Why am I not being able to connect? And just know, especially with the energies coming forth right now, we are able to manifest things so quickly, our desires. So, you know, there are going to be those times where you run into these situations, and don't doubt yourself. Just know that that time for that person has shifted.
Exactly.
And they are no longer in that time that you have predicted for them.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So I
See,
think
this one is the one that I take baths with.
wow, I am surprised. I really like. I don't know where it was that I had gotten that information.
No, I actually went online,
Uh-huh.
and I researched it, and a lot of people do say do not put it in water because it
Okay, so
dissolves. But like, I've always done it. Like, I've never seen a change in consistency or anything like that. With this one, I mean, I go like 30-40 minutes in the tub, and I've done it for so many years because I've had this one for a very long
do you
time.
want me to? Do we get the opportunity? Could we ask that question?
Yeah, that's so weird though. That is very weird.
Yeah, I have heard it. So when you say that, I'm like, okay, you know, and I have to mention because this is how we all learn, and you could, you know, because not all crystals are the same. So the selenite dissolve in water.
Yeah, I mean, from what I saw
State.
on the internet, that it does dissolve in water. but like mine's never have.
We have a question for you because she did a video yesterday about the crystals, and we wanted to know, does selenite dissolve in water? She said she's been using it, but there's so much mixed information about it. Is it safe to place in the water?
It does, but the energy that is held within that selenite shields it. So selenite does dissolve within time, yes, with water.
With water.
But you can insert an energy within that crystal and it will hold its form.
How do you do that? Did you program it? Do you say to the crystal to not dissolve?
It's your intent, it's your creation, it's your manifestation. Oh, that crystal, and that crystal will hold space for you.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, so
she had no belief that this was so. She did not know that this existed.
So that's why it wasn't dissolving, right?
Exactly. It was not in her creation. It was not in her awareness.
Okay. So maybe I did a disservice to her?
No, she was so happy that you stated that, because it came from a place of love and just pure questioning. Others may have asked that same question in a way that would have maybe made her feel inadequate to continue the work.
Okay.
But she knows that you came not from a place of judgment, but awareness.
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't do it with the intent of hurting her progress.
Mm-hmm.
So she was actually thankful that you brought that into her awareness.
Yeah.
Knowing her, she is very cautious now, but it didn't stop her. If anything, it gave her strength, because she was able to communicate what she felt, what was in her awareness of how the crystals work for her. But it's all perception. See, it takes one person to have that experience, and then it creates it so. So then it just becomes a ripple effect, and the other one believes it, and it's created, and it is so. And the other one, so forth, so on.
I know that she's going to be, I'm sorry, I'm going to be to interrupt.
No, I was going to say, and then there is the half that does not have that existence, does not have that awareness, so it is so. So that's just how creation works.
She did have a question that some people use crystals to charge their water. Is it the quartz that is mostly commonly used for that? Is that something that you would think is helpful for people to do?
As for the crystals, I'm not sure if she will be doing that. Don't see it.
Okay.
And as for charging of the crystals, you have to be careful, because if the crystals are not okay, especially the clear quartz, crystals hold energy. They're like computer. They store information and they store energy. If these crystals are not cleared, like you would wipe out a computer's memory, if they are not clear, depending on the storage of information that that crystal holds, you can, if you're putting it in water, you can end up consuming those impurities.
Okay.
So water is a conduit because it is what we hold, what the form called the body holds. So it nourishes that body. So if you're nourishing your body with the information that crystal has stored, it is received, even if the crystal is not directly in the water, it vibrates that energy to the water, because the water is the conducer.
Okay.
Yes, of that energy. It amplifies. What it does is that it amplifies that energy, and then you are consuming that energy in you.
Okay.
So you have to be very careful with the type of crystals that you use to drink water from, because water amplifies the energy and you are consuming that energy.
Okay.
And then your body is then storing that energy.
Thank you.
Until it flushes out, because your bodies are also filters.
Okay.
So it does filter out within time, but then it does hold impurities as well. The body can hold impurities. That's why many people end up with cancerous cells, because though the body is not it. Many bodies have been transformed to remove those impurities, but there are still many bodies that have not been transformed yet that still hold those impurities. So
that's why it's so important to drink
pure water.
The water, spring water, water that hasn't been too processed.
Exactly, because most bodies are not able to filter those impurities, so it makes the body sick. The body gets very acidy. It gets very sick and then become very cancerous. Cells starts coming together and it becomes very damaging to the body. So if you're holding a crystal that has been held, for instance, by someone that is carrying negative energy, because most crystals are sponges of removing those energies from the body. Every crystal has specific tasks. Some have those tasks. The clear quartz stores energy. So if that person who has carried that crystal before you, or even when worked in the grounds and the caves have been removed, and that person that is doing that labor, or Even if it's just machinery, it doesn't matter, because then it is held by another being, and it really depends on the vibration of that person, or
Okay.
even where it was discovered, if it has had a traumatic event as well.
Yeah.
It can store that energy. So it's you have to clear and cleanse that energy, the purpose of that. And many times you bring those crystals from the stores into the homes as well, and things start to change and shift within the home. And it can be just because of that crystal brought in with all that energy held. Yeah, so any form that you decide to use to clear your crystals is acceptable, because it is your intent, it is your belief, it is your creation. You can simply look at the crystal and clear it. You can sage the crystal. You have told her before that you place the crystals under the ground, and it can take many forms of clearing. It is just your intent, your belief, your creation that makes it so.
Thank you so much. I know her assistant has been wanting to get a hold of Anna for a little while now.
Yes, she has.
So, yes. So I'm surprised that Anna hasn't disconnected, but I thank you so much. Is there any final message that is important for Anna to know at this time?
Strength and belief in herself. She will be fine. She is good. She will be fine.